You can create alignments from a polyline. You can create as many alignments as you like, and each alignment represents an opportunity to extract set out points, compare surfaces with cross sections, and also extract long section information. So the precursor to creating an alignment is a polyline. So in this scenario, we're going to create a very simple alignment that cuts through the stockpile as well as the existing survey surface. Now you can, if you want to, pre-fillet your polyline, or you could create your fillets when you make an alignment. However, once you have a polyline, you can then create an alignment. So the create alignment command lets you select a polyline. What will happen is the software will label the alignment for you. You can reverse the direction of the alignment if you want to. You can also use these grips while the edit mode is open, so while the alignment details form is open, you can use the grips to move the alignment around. The edit tools here allow you to add extra bends in the alignment, allow you to add an IP before and after the alignment, and also move IPs using the move IP command. The edit IP button lets you pick an IP and then play around with the radius and also include spirals as required. Alignments need a name, so let's call this one sections through mound, and they can also have a description. Alignments automatically get labeled. You'll see that you've got chainage at the start, chainage at the end, and then incremental chainages. Each aspect of display here is managed by a style. So you've got a style here for the start, the end, the major changes. So let's say we want changes every 10 meters. We could change this and click on refresh, and we will get labels major labels every 10 meters. Okay, so also geometry points will automatically happen start and at geometry locations. You can customize the particular representation of the labels by using geometry overrides. If I change say the major chainage style to something else and refresh, you'll notice that they changed their presentation to suit. You can also edit the labels, so this edit button will allow you to edit individual labels. You can see in here that you've got control over decimal places, you've got control over text size, you've got control over whether or not to include an offset, whether to draw a line and have a draggable leader, whether or not to put a symbol down, and that symbol comes from the settings folder, whether to draw a circle, whether to draw a line. So you can set up changes as you see fit by editing the styles. This icon here allows you to create what's called an annotation set. So the annotation set pre-bakes these styles as well as the spacings, and you can create those here and you'll get a form that looks just like the one on the right here, and then you can play around with individual styles. Now there is a transfer tool to transfer your local settings to the global settings. So this button here will take what you've created in this drawing and move them across into the settings folder, so that when you start a new job you'll inherit these settings. Okay, so that's probably enough of an overview on the labels. You can output this as a style and save it back, and ultimately you'd be creating a new annotation set. The colors tab allows you to manage the color of your alignment lines and curves. You can create multiple different color styles, and if I go and edit one, you'll see that you get to set up the layer that gets used for drawing the tangents, the arcs, and the spirals. Okay, you can also create a file with chainages in it and label those chainages. If we move on to the alignment table allows you to set up a table with whatever columns of information you like. So you see here we've got a series of bits of information we can report, and also what geometry you do want to report. If I click on this icon, I can generate a table of that data, and I can update that table by coming back to this form with Edit Alignment and clicking on the Table Update icon. The curve table will create a curve report similar to this sort of layout of information, and that will get created per alignment. So probably should play around the spacings here. So that's the sort of thing that the curve table will output. Okay, so once you have your alignment and you're happy with it, you can then proceed to the next step of creating verticals. If you decide you want to edit your alignment, the Edit Alignment command is here for you, and it goes back to the same form. You can move things around and make adjustments. If you need to otherwise redraw the alignment, redraw the data here, and you can also create alignments from XML.